Welcome to Eugene. Come on in, make yourself at home. It's the start of a new era, the first game for the Oregon Ducks men's basketball team on the Big Ten Network as a member institution. And they welcome in the preseason Big Sky favorite, Montana.
Ready to go.
Tejan Sawyer, more than ready to go. But Biddle ends up winning the tip for Oregon.
And here's the other side. I talked about Montana for Oregon. They have to impose their will in the paint and on both backboards. I think defensively, Oregon is stronger. He's still got some ways to go, but he definitely got bigger and stronger in the offseason. Had a good opening night with 23 against Riverside.
Guess they couldn't start it. I'm gonna. After the slowest 7 seconds in basketball history, this is for real. TJ Bamba has it rim out on the opening possession for the Ducks.
This Money Williams for Montana having a really good start to his freshman year last year, then unfortunately got hurt. But he is a talented kid.
Brandon Whitney, an experienced guard, off to Kai Johnson, the D2 transfer. Now Joe Pridgeon. They show Evans at him.
Shelstad gets that a lot. They switch a lot of that action up top. Shelstad, a lot of guys try and run him down to the post and post him up.
Brandon Angel tries to fight through traffic, and a held ball.
Didn't do much. Dane Altman's known for his full court press after makes, either made baskets or free throws. Didn't do it a lot against Riverside. I have a feeling that's because he knows as Money Williams knocks down the three that they need to get better defensively in their man-to-man stuff. They can always go to that press after makes. See if we see some of that tonight.
Encouraging sign for Montana. Money Williams, capable of exploding offensively and played well. He was still healthy at the time when they lost to Oregon last year. In this building at about the same time of the year. Shelstad throws it in.
He can do that. He's not real big, but he's changed the speed, changed the direction really good. Can get by a lot of guys, even without a ball screen. That time it was just an ISO from the top and got to a spot 12 feet.
There's the southpaw Williams, rolls it into Pridgeon. Angel holding up, but then there's a whistle as
Pac-12 all-freshman and made the preseason All-Big Ten team, and I think that's good news, but they know that he got picked on that team before they did. But they said he's put on 12 pounds of muscle. He's much more equipped this year to handle the physicality. Going to the Big Ten, he's certainly going to see that, a lot more physicality.
Foul there went on Angel, by the way, the primary defender. Bamba down to the post. Biddle can shoot it from out there. He's pure.
So that's the luxury Dane Altman has with Biddle. You can run him down to the post if he's got a smaller guy on him, or he can step out and make threes. They're waiting for Supreme Cook to get back. They're not real big on that back line. Biddle really the only rim protector, so it's interesting. Make threes and then protect the rim on the other end.
Lead feed, Evans for two.
This is Travis DeCure's concern, was transition defense. You have to get back against Oregon. They are going to push it, and they're going to try and score before that defense gets set.
Sawyer sets it. Money Williams rocks into it. Short. Pridgeon crashes.
Down on the block. Biddle spaced the floor on the perimeter.
Jadrian Tracy checks in for Oregon. Started the majority of the games last year. Coming off the bench to begin the season. Bamba whirling through. And TJ Bamba to the strike.
Well, and from here, are guys going to buy into roles? And can Dana get that role definition so that moving forward?
How much of that buy-in is coaching? How much of that is your veteran leadership? Where does that come from?
I think it's all of it. I think it's all of it. Against UC Riverside, I think they're going to have some nights where they really dominate games with their three-point shooting, because their personnel on paper says that they got a bunch of guys that can make threes at a high rate.
Some good ball movement leads to a Bamba three.
Right on cue.
From Amari Jenkins there.
Montana is really crashing the offensive board, which is interesting because if you're concerned about transition defense, you don't send that many guys to the offensive glass.
Tracy slides in. It's in off the window.
He's a good player in terms of coming to work every day with maximum effort. I think he's still evolving in that way.
That's the word at least. In the corner, Tracy for three.
Now you see Travis DeCure's.
Carol O'Connor, which is admittedly before my time, but my parents would like the reference.
We didn't get it in the other night. at USC when they played Chattanooga, but Hugh Beaumont is an alum of
Angel at the foul line. So mention the efficiency from him last year.
a couple threes a game. I did a lot of Stanford games, and I thought that he should have gotten more FGAs from behind. Opened the game with a three, now he's down on the block.
Throws it away. 0 for their last 10. Montana.
Nice pass.
Williams. Davidson wasn't looking for it. Here comes Shellstad racing right past the defense.
He's got such a good burst in the open court. When he sees that lane, he is gone. Got by the entire Montana defense and laid it in.
Scoring drought nearly 9 minutes for Montana, and it's taken away again. Here is Barthelemy, 2-on-1. Barthelemy missed it. Angel follows.
There's that transition defense again for Montana. Dana Altman, usually out of makes, sometimes out of timeouts. Not really to turn you over, just to try and get you to use some of that shot clock when you get into the half court.
This could finally,
but because of his change of direction, gets to spots. Really smooth left. Unfortunately for Money Williams, dealing with some stuff off the court, along with trying to, should be up more than 13.
5-on-4 for a moment. Pridgeon. Johnson.
Good find.
Good recovery by Tracy. Makes it a tough shot, but Williams.
This guy down there, it gives spacing for everyone else. Drive the closeouts, you have room to operate in the paint.
Look at big passing. Evans took it up the court himself, and Biddle goes to the free throw line. Do you see a difference from Evans last year to this year?
I do, just the eye test. At the rim, Evans can play both ways too, offensively.
Against UC Riverside on Monday. Angel checks back in for Oregon. Montana still 1 for their last 12 from the field. Sawyer ducks underneath the rim and scores.
Well, the other thing I would say that I haven't mentioned yet, AJ, is like when you have this many good players, guys want to play more minutes. So these early season games are auditions for not only roles, but how many minutes you're going to play. And a big part of that's going to be who's going to do it.
Sawyer did at California Baptist. And did a community college route to City College of San Francisco, and then winds up. Brandon Whitney against Barthelemy, trying to create some space. Joe Pridgeon rips, steps, and scores.
Nice play by Pridgeon. Small Euro, but gets to the rim.
Tracy right back at it for Oregon.
There's just been too many plays for Oregon. I don't know.
Well, it's working.
Well, it may be something that Dana's working on in case they need it for a guy that they may need to double.
That makes a lot of sense.
But Sawyer
up the court to Raheem Moss. Crowd oohing and awing at the crossover there. Evans keeps the pivot foot, leans in, scores, and one.
Another example of a play.
Kwame Evans Jr. with 5 points, 3 rebounds, and now 2 for 3. Montana shooting 5 for 21. Oregon hasn't been really lighting it up offensively, but they've been good enough, and they've been great defensively as Nate Biddle drops it in. It's 34-16. It's a 9-0 run.
Just overpowered the defender that time. I thought he was going to spin back to his right shoulder, but just kept going to that left.
3 on 2, and that's a new number because Mookie Cook had blood on his uniform.
If this goes well, does he consider a number change?
Depends how well, I guess. But now he's wearing number 34, and he was quick to score in that new uniform. Davidson, foul on Biddle. I'll stick around
back there. It's be a big Friday night in Chicago.
Here is Whitney, who averaged 4 assists a game last year. To your point.
3-to-1 assist to turnover ratio.
Davidson offensive rebound. Turnaround in for Zach Davidson.
It's not an easy shot. Reverse pivoting into a 14-footer. A lot of touch required for that shot.
He learned how to do it at Mater Dei High School. Redshirt freshman Zach Davidson. Cook looking good in 34.
A number that jersey is. You know, the spare jersey in case something like blood happens. Like, who decided it would be 34?
I don't know. I've never been an equipment manager.
We're going to have to talk to the head equipment guy at halftime.
Tracy, good.
He is going to be a major factor. We said earlier about him not starting. He started so much last year, but he is completely bought in. I have a feeling he's going to be the sixth man and come in and give them a jolt on most nights on both sides of the ball.
Shot clock is off. A chance for Oregon to hold for one here in great control.
This is what we're used to seeing, this high ball screen with Shellstead. So good at reading it, making the right play.
There it is. There's the play, and Biddle cashes in.
Throw back to Biddle. Second three of the first half for Nate Biddle.
That was as good. With the preseason All-Big Sky team. Have Bamba on him. It's a tough defender to get around. Here is Pridgeon, gets around Evans and through Biddle for two.
Well, two mistakes there. Too easy to take the baseline. Kwame Evans, and then Biddle late on the rotation to try and send that shot back.
Shellstad probing, takes it. Biddle tips it in.
Well, that was
This is the corner triple. EJ Bamba spent last year at Villanova, started his career Washington State, turns around in the paint and has two.
Good poise on that. Didn't rush to get it up. Shoulder versus the other way. You can over-rotate going back to that left shoulder. Easier to finish with the right.
Good look, and that was an easy finish. On the pass from Williams, the finish by Tajon Sawyer.
Well, here's the thing you don't want if you're Dana Altman. These guys start playing the score. So you're up 24, but stay with the defense that got you this big lead in the first place.
Angel on the attack.
Center of gravity, split low, meaning legs aren't long. So he's got a good base when he gets down there, and he can play through defenders and finish like he did there.
Sawyer twirling in, drops it home. It's the post now, Tajon Sawyer. And again, that double team you mentioned in the first half. Sawyer's in trouble.
That pass has got to be stolen by Shellstad.
Pridgeon goes in, but I had to say it. Couldn't resist. Let's see if Montana can cut into this Oregon lead. Here is Pridgeon doing just that.
Shellstad gambled, sold out for that steal, missed it. Pridgeon gets easy dunk.
Biddle gets it out to Bamba, lofts one up, it's pure.
Again, multiple.
Here's Jackson Shellstad. It's set up there. Biddle knew that was going in.
That pick and pop was lethal. Happened at the big and then throws it back to Biddle. Same play, same result. Biddle with another three.
Shellstad looked ready last year, made the all Big Ten freshman team, Pac-12 freshman team, and tournament team last year. Wasn't in the Big Ten quite yet. He always looked up to Pritchard, and they've had a really close relation.
Huge member of that Celtics team that won a championship last year.
You don't have to tell me Pritchard. He's looked up to him for so long.
Well, an on-the-ball guy that's a good shooter. That's what Pritchard was and is. And I think Shellstad's the same thing. But I mentioned right off the top tonight about him improving and evolving as an off-ball player.
Look out, Bamba. Draws the foul. It's changed so much. This isn't like it was back when you played where there was 1 point guard.
Transition. Hopefully they're making good decisions so that you don't have to stop.
Looking to get going. Biddle gets his hands in there, dives to the floor, and the lead feed is thrown away. Here are numbers a little bit. 3-on-2 for Montana, and Pridgeon takes advantage.
Pridgeon's having a nice night.
He's a good player.
Well, he's undersized against this Oregon front line, but he finds a way with his strength and his explosiveness to get to the rim and score.
Had an injury year, had a COVID year, so it's his 6th year. He moved to Montana for his final year with his wife and 7-month-old daughter, Joe Pridgen. There is the shooting. That's right. Brandon Whitney. Evans helps over on him. Shot clock at 3. Patterson realizes it, flips it in. Austin Patterson, the C good across the board. Nowhere for Whitney to go. Now Jedkins, Patterson, the fake, the take, and he is heated up just a little bit.
Do they have enough time and enough to get back in this? 10 minutes, down 23. We'll see.
Doubtful.
Except for Evans, this is all second unit guys for Oregon.
That's a mismatch right there, though.
Playing for more minutes. These second with so much pressure on her. But Barthélemy was going to try and get to the rim on that, lost it, and then kicks it back. Tracy immediate trail 3. A lot of teams will just back that up and run offense, not Oregon.
Is dealing with a few injury issues at the moment, but that's a big-time matchup at Minnesota.
It's a clear indicator that the head coach is not happy with what.
Straight away 3, Bamba. Offensive rebound by Brandon Angel. Bamba goes behind the back, whistle, and the bucket. They moved to Denver during high school. Cashes in the free throw.
Still working on stuff. See the press after the made free throw again.
Everything Dana Altman does has a purpose.
Yeah. Well, why waste the opportunity? You practice against your own guys every day. You get a chance to play against another team in a regular season game. Work on your stuff.
There's no wasted space or time when you go watch this Oregon team practice or shoot around or play. Shellstad got blocked, but Oregon retains possession. Biddle in the high post. Pridgen making more plays.
Biddle didn't see him. Backside defender.
Thrown away though. Back and forth right now with the turnovers. Biddle throws it down with 2.
Nice delivery by Angel too. I thought
you'd think. I mean, as you said, he kind of gave the next group collectively a chance just to take it all the way to the finish line, and he didn't like the response.
Yeah, but I bet you he gives him another chance.
I would. Foul called.
Most of the time, that's what ends up happening. You foul the guy. Likely not going to block it.
How much of that, though, is you don't want to be seen on film the next?
Contested. But Dargan tried to block that, and when you try and block it, usually put them on the line.
Play each other often. I think both are kind of in an understanding that this is a nice opportunity for both teams to grow. It's going to be a 5-game series winning streak for Oregon. The last Montana win came since because of his versatility and shooting.
Oh, he was highly recruited out of the portal. So you're right. There's a lot of people that wanted him.
Patterson to Dargan at the end of the shot clock. Oh, nice. That's how you do it.
But they continue to persevere. Won the Pac-12 tournament last year. Got in the NCAA tournament. So it hasn't deterred Dana Altman and his staff from doing what they're trying to do. A debate on who's the most underrated, but he's certainly on.
Playing some of the teams in different time zones more consistently now.
I believe that's true.
So lots of positives to cover.
I cannot wait till we get into conference play. Just the way this thing is conference play and how it plays out.
Way above the rest, but there's a lot of quality.
Really, a lot.
I think there are many different ways things could play out at the top of the league, and Oregon could be a part of that.
I 100% agree with that. That not enough people are talking about them being in that group of the top 3, 4, 5 teams in the league, because I think they are.
And the reason why you say,
hopefully he stays healthy. Tracy's a veteran guy, but he got a lot of experience last year. I just think And what we've been talking about all night. And you got Dana Altman as your head coach.
It's like the one thing is you just hope that the injury bug doesn't hit him again. If it doesn't, it's hard to imagine that.
Finish
that's
down.
Right. Yeah.
We don't know.
Yeah.
You know, it looks like Indiana on paper has the best roster, but that doesn't mean they're going to win the conference.
There's enough in an 18-team league that there's a lot of volatility there, given how much talent there is spread around. As
when he gets back, not only does it bolster the lineup, but it gives
a team that was struggling, but still, playing in a good conference. Under 90 seconds left in this one. It's been Oregon the whole way. It was 7-7, then a 15-0 run from there, and it's been double figures all the way since.
Interesting. What's wrong with that's the end of the season one. That's not the one it is. It's getting late, AJ, in a 30-point game.
Yeah, I was kind of like, that's news to me, but
yeah.
I'm just going with what you're saying.
Yeah. I confuse the two.
It's all right, guys. And people say, by the way, that it's over after this year. They're wrong.
They're 6-year guys if they get hurt and they, get the waiver, but it's going to be less. I think the portal's going to be a little bit less, not tons less, but some less.
But I think it takes a couple of more years to sort of recalibrate even after that, is part of my point as well, as Judkins flushes it down. Because you've had younger players having to fight uphill for the last few years with all these guys getting an extra year, and you kind of have that carryover effect in my mind. There's Mookie Cook. He gets a bucket in number 11 now after changing from 34 in the blood issue. Hey, Kai Johnson get an opportunity to score some points.
Long here in the non-con. Tonight was a step in the right direction. The December conference games, but obviously the Big Ten has that, so you got to be ready. And hopefully by early December you've had enough reps and enough games to be ready for those 2 early conference games.
Emptying the bench now, that's probably why some of the starters were kept in there longer than you would have expected in a game like this one. Phillips launches and got it. Jamari Phillips. That's his first career field goal.
He got a good rip of minutes here in the second half. Played well.
There's Jalen Williams-Johnson tracking one down. Shot clock is off here.
Do they know the clock?
They realize it. And Oregon improves to 2-0, taking down Montana at home by a final score of 79-48.
Impressive win. Defense was fantastic all night. And Biddle continues to show why he's going to be a problem for the opposition with his ability to play inside out. A lot of good players on this Oregon roster.